So my name is Micol. I'm the CEO and founder of Vertical Crypto Art. We are a curatorial media studio, Web3 native that was founded by myself in June of 2020. Since then, we've been focused on elevating artists in the digital art space and the NFT space in a variety of different ways. Web3 curator, I guess, it's somebody that has no, let's say, traditional art background or studies. That discovered digital art through the blockchain and through crypto art, and went into a very deep rabbit hole of finding and resonating with the underground kind of like crypto art scene that I think is still present, but was definitely very present back in early 2020s when I founded Vertical Crypto Art. And that's, I guess, what to me means Web3 native, because it's essentially started and was born exactly at that intersection of Web3. I see the art world as very maybe institutional in a way, and very fixed into certain ideologies and ways of thinking that might be a bit more traditional. And crypto art has definitely kind of almost like banged on the doors and said, hey, this is also art. We are also here. It's definitely something that has been tossed around, the term, a new cultural renaissance. Again, like moving away from like strict boundaries and like definitions of what is something, like who is a curator, who is an artist, what is art. I think with crypto art specifically, and let's say art NFTs, I don't like the term NFT art, but art NFTs, it's changing, and it's redefining and reshaping. So I could have never called myself a curator, let's say, because curators are, in the art world, are professionally trained to be curators, right? And so with crypto art, I can say I'm curating crypto art and digital art. And similarly, it happens to collectors in exactly the same way. So how many like new collectors, quote unquote, new collectors are we seeing from younger generations who are now collecting art and have never been able to do so? Maybe not, I'm not even talking about financial means. It's like almost like, a barrier. When you go into a gallery, I have that feeling all the time. You're like, I'm looking, I like it, but I feel very detached with even the thought of being able to collect some work. I was at Freeze today, and I still feel that, I still feel that like these, kind of like vast paintings on the wall are so far away from me. And I would never, be able to like collect. But with NFTs and with crypto art and the blockchain, those boundaries and those barriers have gone down a lot. And people are now art collectors, artists, curators, historians. It creates, first of all, a new form of collecting, which is not only collector to artist, kind of like almost like patron to artist, but also like artist to artist. So specifically within the Tezos ecosystem, one of the biggest things that we've seen is actually artists collecting from artists. Like that's how Hicket Nunk started. But also what you see is literally like a new generation of collectors, a new group of collectors. There's no barrier to collecting as well. Like if you think about it in, traditional form of collecting, you usually either have to have a really big house or storage space, which is kind of like the primary problem of like art collectors, that they either don't have space in their house or everything is in storage. With the blockchain, that doesn't really exist because everything is in your wallet and you can collect as much or as little as you want. And so it opens up much like a wider like ecosystem of, I can collect and support as many artists as I wish and please. A lot of people like misjudge NFTs as just being art or as just being collectibles. And actually the term NFT is literally non-fungible token. It can be anything. It can even be like a deed of your house, It can even be like renting a car. You can have a smart contract that says, I rented a car from Hertz and, this person it can be anything. Anything can be a non-fungible token. But what it does, the difference between fungibility and non-fungibility, it's uniqueness. I own it, nobody else can. It's written on the blockchain. The term in itself, NFT art, is something that I don't think speaks to the art that we're seeing. I think NFT art per se is as contemporary as any other form of contemporary art that exists. It's literally the art of now.